Hey people, Intro here 53, Hades Wastes. Blue team, Adilla with a mech boy, teleporting here that fights in range combat, puts out some good damage, can also support, disrupt, build structures and repair. Alongside here, Aguxis with a tech marine, starts off in range combat, puts out some good damage, can also support the structures and repair. Get into some melee combat too, rounding off the blue team here, Best Noob with a Hive Tyrant, very durable hero, walks through objects and cannot be suppressed, powerful offense. Disruption and support begins in melee combat with a basic synapse. We shall call it Pablo. Red team here, Hunter with a Chaos Sorcerer, offensive and disruptive hero, powerful battlefield manipulation and some good damage output too. Got some Death Guard over here. Alongside Torpid with a Commander Knob. There goes his Stun Bomb. Infiltrating hero that shoots you, stabs you and blows you up. Orky style, begins range combat with a Twin Link Shooter. Just ramming that Twin Link Shooter into the back of the Tech Marine there. And rounded off the teams, it's Broodwitch with a Farseer, support hero that fights in melee combat. Powerful buffs, debuffs, and control abilities too. She is surrounded by Tyranids and has to flee. Hades Wastes then. We got a contested VP over towards the west and the Naturals towards the southeast and the northeast. Broodwitch flees. Tyranids should be able to decap it. No, they turn around. What are they up to? There we go. Face the way you're going, Best Noob. Triple Termagants here. Kicking off towards the center. Pushing through is Hunter. We got some Kraken Bolts, Tactical Marines shooting up some CSM. Mech Boy does not tie them up. Chasing around some shooters is the Sorcerer. He is deep in enemy territory here. Eats a crap ton of bolter gunfire and some Dakka there, and maybe escapes. Nope, does not escape. Sluggers get him. Very acrobatic sync kill for a slugger there. Oh, Torpid's commando also went down and was also very deep in enemy territory. Red team pushing their luck early on. Heretics getting their aspiring champion. Mech Boy trying to get a cheeky decap under fire. I think it's going to get some support by Sluggers. Hive Tyrant, who was in the field for a long time, is eventually persuaded to leave by Shurikens and Dakka. And that would do it. Farseer is down to half health. Seems confused. Now she's moving. There we go. Blue team are trying to hold this kind of mid-east central area. There is a contested power over there, which they have. Can the Farseer get up there and revive those guys? Oh, looks like the Sorcerer just repurchased. Double CSM for Hunter and some looters up here for Torpid. Storm Boys, the funnest of units on the field here for Adilla, being buffed by the War Banner behind that shot blocker there. So it might be tough to take out quickly. Red team taking their time getting back out into the field. Should be moving up with this Shuriken a bit more quickly, I think. They did get the cap on the VP, maybe waiting for these Howling Banshees to hit the field again. And more Shuriken for Broodwitch. West side is uncapped. Double CSM Aspiring Champion Heretics. And Vestments of the War on the way. Spirit Stones for Broodwitch. We have the Mastercrafted Bolter for the Tech Marine. On-demand suppression with the high-powered shot. And some good DPS too. And battery pack Mech Boy. Red team pouring through. They were patient, more patient than I was, and are now making some progress. Need to fight off these orcs though. Storm Boys getting in there. There's a Doom Blast. CSM very far forward in the action. Oh, that's a nasty grenade. Holy crap. Wiped out one of Hunter's CSM and killed some heretics too. These fellas are okay somehow. Lots of Dakka for the Mech Boy. I'm sure he appreciates the Dakka. Maybe not so much when it's in his neck. No burners for the Sluggers yet. In fact, Adilla has dropped their Sluggers. Storm Boys do live. Maybe the Sluggers were killed in that grenade? Not sure. That was these scouts who killed all those models. Double scouts and more sergeants. Double shotguns too. And Devastators. Aguxis is built to suppress things. Got high-powered shot, double shotguns, and now Devastators. Some good control from this army. in the mid, so kind of a naturally supporting role of your two teammates. 494, 398 on VP's players starting to think about their tier 2s now. Hunter replaces the CSM. Shotgun's doing a good job on these orcs over here. Storm Boys, sudden appearance of Storm Boys from Adilla eventually gets them out of there. Not interested in capping though, these scouts, the west side. They're moving towards the east. Looters setting up to shoot at a Hive of Tyrant. Dire Avengers barely getting away. This is double gens on this contested power. Does the Shuriken leave and escape? It does. 78 hit points. Shuriken is going to reposition. No, just runs away. Could have stayed in play there, I think. That was a grenade. Did it kill something? Yes, it killed the looters. Nicely done by Aguxis. Grenades have been doing some work so far. 471, 498. Pablo runs away. Commando is very upset about the losses and gets into melee combat with these triple termagants. Now runs away. Now runs away. Some tactical marines were coming in. Brood nest up by Best Noob right on this natural VP of the enemy, and they decap it. Might want to wait for Torpid to come back out here. There's still some upgraded shooter boys and the Commando back at base. There's Guide for the Guardian weapon team. Starting ability of the Farseer, boosting range and damage, I believe by 30% for both. They found the War Banner. And they are breaking it for the Dark Gods. There we go. Don't get any red for a War Banner, eh? Maybe this wasn't displayed for some reason. Now bashing power over here is the red team. So they're losing ground on the east, but gaining some ground on the west as you get the 2v1s going. Tier 2 all around, aside from Torpid, who is floating quite a lot here. There we go. Farseer gets the cap back. Red team trying to get back out there with shurikens. They got a bit too close though to the Devastators. Obviously, Broodwitch couldn't quite see them as we could. Tactical Marines using their melee to tie up the Commando. He does a fair amount of damage with that default twin link shooter he has, so it's a good idea generally to tie him up. Hive Tyrant comes charging in. Pablo also has Rending Talons up now. Banshee's on him. Not sure why the Seismic Roar is not being used. There we go. A bit late on that, but does take out the Banshees. Sync kill on the last model there. 462 to 381. Dark Flames. That's from the Sorcerer's Global Bar. Termagant's alright. There's a capillary tower too. And Orcs are going to bash some gens. They like when things explode, I think. There we go. More Nob Leader too for the other squad. And that's pretty effective power bashing. Look at that. Who needs a flamer when you have all of the Daka? Blue team have kind of capped up the east to west spine of this map here. Triple gens on that contested power. Red team just unable to get after it. Best Noob has some really good sustainability in the field with his Tyranids. Red team haven't been able to match it so far. That the Shurikens are getting a bit too close. The Commander Nob keeps getting caught out a little bit. Usually him catching people out. And some more sneakiness. 462 to 374. Here comes some Orky Daka. Picking off some Hormagaunts. Suppressing the Tech Marine now with aiming. What's that? He does take the heavy cover and suppresses the shooter boys himself. Runs away. Blue team though able to back off and stay in play, and that's been a difference so far. Red team have been kind of caught out of position a bit too far forward sometimes. Storm Boys with their Nob Leader. And this guy does not mess around. Big chunk of hit points, heavy melee damage. Bomber Boys going for the kill, but they just kill themselves. Bloodletters for Hunter. Hunter's having a rough time, losing the CSM that he had already replaced. And having to repurchase some heretics here, looks like. Bloodletters, though, demons with power melee weapons, put up a fight against any infantry pretty well in tier 2. Chopping up some Storm Boys. Storm Boys need to be careful. Oh, was that? Oh, Calder Boys from Adilla saves the Storm Boys and kills the Bloodletters. Nicely done, Adilla over there. Hunter in some trouble. gets some more bloodletters. Here's a Razorback for Aguxis. Really nice infield reinforcement for his army and his allies. Death Dread from Torpid. Also have stick bombers coming in. They could do some work to triple Termagant standing around. Red team, look at this, able to push through. Getting a contested power. Getting on the VP maybe, if someone wants to cap it. Maybe even on the power. Falcon and Death Dread here. Pretty good little army. Pablo's got some Crushing Claw action. Replacing the Rending Talons there. Venom Brute also. And a Las Cannon for Aguxis. So they are responding quite quickly to the vehicles. Sternguard, of course, can switch to Vengeance rounds as well. These guys are first company Tactical Marines that can change their ammo at the moment with Hellfire rounds loaded in. Damage over time to a bunch of these Orcs and Heroes will affect light infantry. Ouch! Was that a stick bomb throw killing 2 Sternguard? Bloody hell. Maybe some Daka as well thrown in. Dark Flames. They have to retreat through it, but they didn't take the initial burst at least. Adilla just moving up out of the way of it. And Power Bachelor Generator, I think. We do have Sword of Flame for the Chaos Sorcerer level 3. Death Dread of Torpid runs over it. Typically a good way to use your Walker, especially an early tier 2 Walker like the Death Dread or the Blood Crusher in a 3v3, is to really move them around a lot. I mean, if you just stay on one side, whoever you're facing over there can prepare for the Walker, deal with it. If you're constantly moving between the lanes, makes it a lot more difficult to deal with these things, especially the Blood Crusher that has some really good mobility. Torpid using the Death Dread towards the center now. Burners and Bits are in. Crushing Claw Hive Tyrant goes after it. Storm Boys maybe wanted to go after it there. Fighting some Bloodletters. Death Dread comes back in. Boom. Does around 70 heavy melee DPS, I think, this guy. Good splash damage, of course, as well. Fighting the Hive Tyrant. Oh, takes a Las Cannon shot, though. Gonna go down, I think. Oh, maybe not. Survives that second Las Cannon shot. 13 hit points. Meanwhile, Red Team with a really effective push through the mid. On the power here with a Falcon. Shuriken covering things. What's this Farseer got? Doombringer, Rune Armor, and Runes of Reaping. Does that mean she replaced the Spirit Stones? Or did she cancel them earlier? Triple cap for Red Team. Blue Team really losing ground. We have a Chaos Dreadnought now for Hunter. Could see Mark of Khorne with Warp Shenanigans. A lot of these players, by the way, will often choose random in a 3v3, so it could be that all of these players went random. I know for sure Adilla and Aguxis will almost always run random in a 3v3. 318 to 313 on the VPs. It's a no cap game, you guys. Naturals are being taken though. Farseer is still here with a Falcon. And I believe that is Guide up on the Falcon there. Maybe they could rework that buff circle to make it bigger for bigger units. We've got some late game Rangers. They're inside the Falcon, I think. Adilla with a looted tank. Best Danube is also tier 3, and so is Torpid, just hit tier 3. Well, just about to. There we go. Some flash kits against this Tyrannid mob could be fun. There's also a bunch of Marines to shoot with the blasters as well. Stick bombs going in. Would have liked to have seen double stick bombers. Can give you like a critical mass of stick bombs that can really do a lot of damage. Stun bomb goes in. Mr. Commando has no war gear whatsoever. Level 3 Farseer sitting and rather standing, taking some shots. What is this? Power bash from Hunter coming straight back into this game after those relatively heavy losses from Adilla. Well, inflicted by Adilla, I should say. Mech Boy has a big shooter tied up in melee, but here comes Storm Boys with the stun on landing thanks to the big heavy knob leader there. And that was a good Bomber Boys too. Tank getting shots in. Hunter really determined to finish this power bash and might do so. We do have a Mark of Khorne Chaos Dreadnoughts. Sorcerer needs to be careful. Those are Storm Boys. Just teleports the hell away from them. I say flee, yeah, just run away. Gives your Dreadnought something to be warped back to. They're trying to finish him off here. Can't quite manage it. Stormboy's not the best chasers ever. Happy to engage the Bloodletters here. This could be bad. Yeah, what are you doing? Run away. Dreadnought chasing the looted tank with Blood Rage active. You lose control of your Dreadnought, but it does do more damage, more speed, and more damage resistance. Now it gets warped out. There we go. Tech Marine down. What happened? Still these double scouts in play. Las Cannon, Stern Guard. It's been very solid, Augustus. And now in tier 3, of course, Torpid with a Nob squad on the way. Very choppy infantry indeed. Maybe the stick bombers can set up a push against the Razorback with their stun bombs. It's not the longest stun ever. I think it's like 1.5 seconds. I'm not sure if that's per stun bomb that hits, if it stacks up, or if that's just what you have and they don't stack. I think they stack. But I could be wrong. Hive Tyrant charging in. There goes Pablo. I think he'd do pretty well with the Rending Talons in there. Put himself into trouble. But does survive, I think. Maybe. Yes. Barely gets out there. Here comes Augustus with the assist. And a looted tank from Adilla. Bit of a pincer move there on Torpid. Nob squad is up though. With those big old choppers. Getting Mina and Greener first. Falcon. Oh, helping out with a little bit of power capping, supporting those Dire Avengers there. Meanwhile, mid, Nob squad thinking about moving in, but then spotted a Swarm Lord from Best Noob. Now in they go. In they go. Swarm Lord is a soup unit for Tyranids. Powerful melee combatant with some good passive support, gives you a speed bonus and a reinforcement synapse too. That is Doom though on the Swarm Lord there, using the Leech Essence to steal some health from the Nobs. Did a good job there, drawing the Nobs into some trouble and then engaging. Dreadnought needs to be saved, I think, by the Sorcerer here. Oh, goes down. Venom Brood and the Las Cannon making short work of it. Not sure what. Oh, look, Hunter's Sorcerer is here, so couldn't teleport it out. Getting revived. And that's Armor of the Azurian we see from the Farseer there. 260 to 248. Very close on VP still. Tyranids pushing through the mid though. Some Tzeentchian worship. We do have Plague Marines. What else do they have to combat the Swarm Lord? Now Nob squad, the Plague Marines, the Falcon can get some shots in. So can the D-Cannon, of course. It can be debuffed by the Farseer, but the Farseer has gone down. They're going to get a full bash here, I think, the blue team. Yeah, that's a very quick bash. Very quick bash. Red team do have the east side power, though. Map looking pretty blue right now. Brood Witch with a Fire Prism on the way. Here come the Nobs. They have their U-Jammers. They don't have their Nob Leader yet, though. I think I'd generally get the Nob Leader before the Hammers if I was an Orc player. The Hammers do amazing DPS, especially with the momentum buff going, but the Nob Leader is pretty awesome. Makes you that much more tanky with your Nobs. And an extra model doing DPS is pretty good too, of course. I don't think he does more than the others. Don't think so. What's going on over here? Power bashing from Adilla. Eating some fire though from Dark Flames. Oh, I don't think he realised. Shooters drop. Adilla now has only Shooter Boys and a looted tank. And that's a Mega Rumbler, which takes so long to go off. Trying to set up the rocks. Drops the rocks anyway. Holy crap, and does some work. Look at this. CSM somehow getting away. Bloodletters somehow getting away. I think maybe Heretics were wiped or something. Blood Crusher now for Hunter. That is a very late Blood Crusher. The only player still in tier 2. East side fighting. Got a Fire Prism. We've got a shielded Falcon now. Great thing to have when you're a Nob squad, so you can reinforce off it. They're a bit too far away to reinforce though. Uh-oh. Nob squad got very, very low. That's a singularity. Bad news for Termagants. Holy crap, turn them into very small misted Termagant bits. I think that completely wiped out one of the squads there. 260 to 126. 162 rather. What are you doing, Mr. Sorcerer? Why are you waving your sword around? Were you trying to warp something to you? Looked like he was trying to warp the Plague Marines over or something and it bugged maybe? Or did you just put Coruscating Flame on yourself for some reason? Not sure. 260 to 149. 2-to-1 cap for blue team. A lull in the action. Players can try to plan ahead, maybe stabilize in an area. Hellfire rounds loaded in by the Sternguard veterans. Land Raider Redeemer on the field for Aguxis, and that really does give quite a sizable advantage here in the late game for the blue team. Double Plague Marines and Nobs could go after a Land Raider and do some work, but that's much easier said than done. We do see a Seer Council up for Broodwitch. Alongside the Nobs, they'd be buffing them. Bloodletters drop. Not sure what they were trying to do in there. Kill stuff, I imagine, but it was a bad place to push, is my point. Razorback is level 2. Seer Council trying to finish off Pablo, but he escapes. Pablo lives, level 3 Falcon. Being quite defensive with the vehicles over there, Broodwitch, not really pushing forward those skimmers. That is a very effective Rox. Down goes the Razorback. It was actually the Commander Nob that killed it. Rox didn't actually do that much damage to the Land Raider. Got some rocket launcher shots going in. Now Broodwitch pushing forward with the vehicles. Eldritch misses the Land Raider. Completely wasted that nuke. Unlucky Broodwitch, needed to move it a little bit further back, I suppose. Nob squad soaking insane amounts of damage. They do get away. Was that... what was that? Oh, it's this. The rocket launcher right in me crosshairs. We did see marked target on those Nobs as well. Mega Rumbler is certainly rumbling. Shakes the entire freaking screen. Land Raider is safe for now. Supporting these Tyranids. You can retreat back to it, but you do need to set it as your retreat point for it to work. Some players forget to do in the madness of a 3v3. Sternguard taking the contested VP. 201 to 109, 2-to-1 cap for red team here. What is this? Terminators? Terminators for Aguxis. Las Cannon sets up. Not really a target for them though. Falcon coming through. Where's the Fire Prism at? It's over here. Again, quite conservative play from Broodwitch and his vehicles. Not really committing them, which is a good thing. Don't want to overcommit your vehicles. I'm sure in the next big fight, they'll be in there taking shots. Blue team still have the Eastern power. It's been changing hands though, hasn't it? Dilla has some flash gits now. With git finders. And a pain boy for Torpid, so they can do surgery on the Nob squad. He's also getting the stronger git source. Time field for the Hive Tyrant, slowing him down. Pablo doesn't like it. Now retreats back to the Land Raider. Yep. Now has the Psychic Scream as well. A nice tool to use against those Nobs as they come in. Torpid is pushing. Does he heal the Sluggers or save it for the Nob squad? Nope, heals the Sluggers. Very powerful heal as well, the Git source. Especially when you upgrade it, it like doubles the effectiveness, I think. Blastmaster getting shots from Hunter. 170 to 109. Look at this resources float from Best Noob. So much power, just doesn't have the requisition to get like Khan effects and stuff. Has so much red though. Put up a Brood Nest or something. I know there's a Land Raider here, but a bit more health regen and another way to reinforce is not bad. Seer Council on capping duty over there. Nobody wants to bash that power, I suppose. Mech Boy tying up the Blastmaster, gets it out of there, nicely done by Adilla. Here comes the Nob squad though. Can they deal with them? Nob squad kind of backing off here. Oh, that's a lot of DACA from the commandos of Adilla. Yep, backing off his torpid, maybe waiting for some more support. Because this is a lot of stuff. It's a hell of a lot of stuff. Plasma gun tech marine as well is going to do a lot of damage to a Nob squad. With Signum as well. There's a heal from the Pain Boy on the Nob squad. Mark target is on them. They need some help. Not sure why these shooter boys are running so far forward. They do get away. Nob squad with some help from double Plague Marines taking out the looted tank. Now what? Do you go after the Hive Tyrant? They can't attack because they're in the time field, I think. I'm always unsure if the time field stops allies from attacking. Sometimes it seems to, sometimes it doesn't. 67 to 109. Land Raider still a big linchpin for the blue team over here. Meanwhile, red team have taken both the natural VPs thanks to Broodwitch. Nicely done. Blue team need to help over there. Not going to be easy though. Not going to be easy. Red team, sorry, the Terminators rather, are decapping. Triple cap for red. 26 to 109. There's the decap for the double. Look at this. Some sneaky scouts from Aguxis going to get a decap over here. Blastmaster shots. They're shrugging it off still. Mech Boy teleporting in to tie them up. There we go. And the Terminators live. Now need to teleport the hell away. Getting a heal, I think, from the Mech Boy. Also has the super tough beam. Land Raider turns around. Oh, the Commando was trying to be sneaky and go after it, but dies for his efforts. He actually got the full cap here, the scouts. Slow to respond is Broodwitch, trying to fight over this VP, I guess. 5 VPs remaining for the blue team. There's the double now. Are they going to get a triple here, blue? I think they are. Well done, Aguxis. This decap and cap over here could be a massive deal at the end of the game. Who has a nuke? Best noob, I think. Yep, and Broodwitch is very close. Here we see a Tyranno formation that I missed at some point going on against Broodwitch's stuff, I guess. There's the 2-1 for blue. Looks like the west side is kind of quietened down. Absolute wreck over here now. Red team do have strong armies, so I think we'd expect them to get the 2-1 and close this out on this east side. Swarmlord still around. Is this a new Swarmlord? I'm not sure actually. There are those Rangers inside the Falcon. Commandos with their Nob Leader doing some chunks of damage to the Falcon. Here's an orbital from Aguxis. 1-1 cap here. It's going to kill some kind of orc thing over there. I think those are commandos. Down goes the fire prism as well as that. No, that was the Falcon that went down. 1-1 cap. Still a Lictor on the field for best noob. Where's Pablo? Pablo's down over there. Kicking off, is it on the west side? It is. Land Raider having to get close to keep things away from this VP. There's an Eldritch. Hits the Land Raider. Oh man, did so much damage. And down goes the Land Raider. That's like a bug, I think. When there's something inside the Land Raider, the Eldritch can do insane damage to it. I guess it's a hard to fix bug. I think it still would have gone down. There were double Plague Marines there and the Eldritch did hit it pretty well. I think it still would have gone down. But not that quickly, which might have made a difference. 5 to 44, another Tyranno formation to try and stop this cap, but they're straight back on it. Here comes some Tyranid, speed boosted by the Swarmlord. Double Blastmaster Noise Marines for Hunter covering this VP. Doing some work, look at this. Got some sneaky commandos, they're doomed, but also hidden. Takes out the Nob Leader immediately, does the Farseer. Level 10 Farseer, there's the game. Red team got the west side for long enough to tick down those 5 VPs. Man, that was close. So much action all over the map. I'm sure I missed loads of it. Let's look at these heroes. Level 8 Mech Boy did replace the Mega Rumbler. I think switched back and forth. Level 8 Tech Marine with the Plasma Gun, Signum and Refractor. Level 5 Pablo the Hive Tyrant over here. Level 5 Sorcerer. Did not get Tome of Subjugation for the Terminators and stuff. Level 6 Commando had some fun with his rocket launcher. And a level 10 Farseer. With Armored Isurian, Doom Reaper, Doombringer, sorry, and Runes of Reaping. Avatar was on the way, but that was a pretty damn fun 3v3. Some high level players. Thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time.